Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Happy hour. Okay, well, we are back with another episode of the Ladies of Durban, and we're on episode three.
Yeah, episode 4.
Episode 4.
Episode
Sorry,
4.
guys.
I can't believe it's been a month.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Yes, just want to say thank you guys for watching our videos. Please subscribe. You guys are commenting, you're watching the videos, but you're not subscribing. So please just click that subscribe button while you're on the page. And yeah, so let's get into it, guys. Let's chop it up. I hope you guys have your drinks.
Yes, we do.
And we are going to be chopping it up about the episode today. Cheers, guys.
Okay.
So we like hit it off right where we left off.
Yeah. At the party.
Yes.
Nonku's party, that is. Okay, is celebrating her, what should we call it?
A celibacy. Oh.
Celibacy.
Have you ever been celibate? I've been celibate before.
I have been celibate.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll a party about it.
I definitely wouldn't have a party, and I definitely wouldn't invite my mom to that party. And then the man that you're no longer celibate with, it was a mess. But because you know how Nonku is,
messy.
So yeah,
she looked gorgeous.
She did. She looked amazing. But then Sarisha leaves. I appreciate what Sarisha did. Like, if you're gonna leave my event, or if you're feeling
let me know.
Yes, like I loved that, and she said why she was leaving.
Yeah.
And then she left. Yeah. So.
But the only thing I didn't appreciate is the comment that Nonku made after, on her one-on-one. Where she was like, on her diary, where she was like, according to friendship list or friendship whatever,
she did
racial
that shade. No. But have you also noticed that she doesn't go to Annie's events? So Annie's never at her events. I genuinely thought that Annie was going to show up, and I thought it was going to be smoking hot because she was going to address the issue there. But Annie did not come, and so she didn't come to Annie's event later in the show.
But you know what? I think sometimes giving each other space after there was a feud is a good thing. Maybe not coming to my event, but they've shown a million times that they're not friends, and that they've shown in so many different ways that they just don't get along. So I think one of them or one of the others is just sick and tired of pretending.
Yeah. Which is fine. It's okay. It's another way of dealing with things.
Yeah.
I saw you guys on the Twitter streets there that you were just so over Umamaga Nonku showing up again.
Uma Nonku way happy.
Like,
that's the question.
Don't get it.
Where was she there? Nonku's last season, her mother was very, very disrespected on the show.
Yeah.
And she complained about it throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
But now you're coming back again on a new season, exposing your mom to even more slander and even more disagreements, and it's unnecessary. You party, be with your friends. If you want to celebrate with your mom, do another day.
Yeah, do it another day. Also, I don't think a celibacy party is the type of party I'd invite my mom to. And then I get, I appreciate that Usli left. I think it makes it a clear stance which we don't like Sane. To be honest, I just don't understand why that girl is there. And then for her to get upset and pretend as if she doesn't know that people left because of her and what she wanted. Because at some point she even said herself, Sarisha left because Annie's her friend. Because she knows she said something offensive about Annie.
Yeah. So Usni. Right.
Sane.
Why did I always get
I also
confused?
called her Sane. I also did.
Sane. My bad. I feel like she's crazy.
She is crazy.
She's just
okay, but I have a question for you. So Annie then has this discussion with her husband about her eye. And this is not the first time she's doing this. She had a conversation with Jojo, and she also mentioned that she's gonna go with Jojo to Jojo's doctor.
Yeah.
My thing is, I feel, like I said, we've already discussed the thing about Annie and her eye, and I feel really, really bad for her. But it's difficult for me to feel that bad for her, because it's like, you're being bullied, and which is unacceptable, but you are a bully. And so when does it become okay for the bully to then
be bullied?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, we feel bad about your eye, and now it's a physical thing. But you have attacked people. You've now people attacking you about your husband, right? Sane is making those derogatory comments about Annie and her husband. But did she not attack Lassie's relationship last season? I know they're not married.
She damn well investigated it.
Exactly. And she had a moment where Jojo was like, please don't tell this information. And she did. As much as Jojo was being messy, because why are you saying it on camera if you don't want people to know? But she didn't have to take that forward. So it's very hypocritical for you to think that people are not going to come for your relationship when you persistently came for another woman's relationship, which was none of your business. She made it clear she didn't want to share. And then you sort of kind of forced her to share. She was sharing with people that she felt comfortable with. So I don't know, like, it's difficult for me, guys. I'm sorry. It's difficult for me to feel sorry for Annie.
I feel like Annie, it's script. I'm not saying it's not painful what she's going through, but I also feel like she's doing this just to make people feel like she's human. You know, because last season she went all out and was a villain. And now she almost wants people to forget that she was a villain. And now she wants to be nice.
I'm having difficulty.
Because of the response. I think she's only doing it because of the bad response that she got from being a villain. And now she wants people to almost like change their views. And maybe
I'm having difficulty.
It's an eye too late.
I'm just I feel like I feel bad for her. Nobody should ever be teased and bullied about something that they physically cannot change. But at the same time, it's like, okay, maybe karma, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, then the girls chopped it up, Usli, Nonku, and Umbali,
which was so nice. I like that little meet and greet.
Usli was nice.
Got to meet Umbali. She was very nice.
She was very nice.
But I think it was just Lee. She has that mature side of saying, let's agree to disagree, but let's respect each other's spaces. And I think most probably inkinga iwibilapho with Unonku, where if Unonku leans towards whomever at that point in time is a favorite kind of thing.
But also Nonko has this thing of, because I see something this way, everybody must see it that way, which is not practical, and you're always going to be getting into fights with people because it's just not going to work.
It doesn't work.
When you're an adult, you have your own views, you digest information, and then you make your decisions. And so if I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you, and it's okay. You know, let's just leave it at that. Because I'll give you an example. So in that conversation, they were giving her advice about when is it okay to let your partner meet your kids. And I'm sorry, but 3 months, 2 months is not a long enough time.
And 2 weeks, after 2 months. So the question is, how long have they been dating?
I think she can't get her story straight because they've been dating for a long time, because they started dating off the show.
I hope so.
I think,
but
even then,
but you know what, guys, she didn't need to lie. Like if she was throwing Wolasi under the bus last season for lying, so if she has been dating the guy out of season or in season, whatever the case may be, she should have just been honest. But he as Nonku did on her live, she wasn't very nice.
It would bring a question to her celibacy for a year thing. That's why. That's another reason why she might be lying about how long they've been together. No guy after meeting you for 2 months buys you that car. I'm sorry. It just doesn't
make sense.
And even if you've been dating for a year, 2 years, why are you introducing your kids to your partner? What's the reason? Are you planning on being together? Are you getting married? Are you moving in together? Do you have to blend the families? I just don't think it's necessary to confuse kids and to add that element. You're already on TV. That already is confusing. There's no need for you to confuse it even more.
Mina, personally, as a mom, I feel like the only time somebody will get to meet my son in that kind of level is something. Yes, most probably if your child was running into the house and the guy was outside, that's not a meet. It's like umboni, or he can hear you talking on the phone or whatever. But getting to officially meet them and introduce them and have this guy into my son's life would be the day when me and this guy have decided that we're going on to our next chapter, which means we're getting married, he's proposed. But I feel like before that, especially if you have all the kids that have their own lives, and that's a different case altogether. But when you have younger kids, like I have a teenager, so you must be careful of lo malum, just like Slee said.
Yeah, I agree. Maria, thank you for doing the Lord's work and actually trying to tell Sane that
I don't think the Lord's work worked.
Even though she did not understand
She did not.
We are happy that you did the Lord's work. Nobody likes this girl. Absolutely no one. And nothing irritated me like her pretending like she's not thirsty to be on the show, because she was just like, oh, I don't even know why I'm invited to this, and she's the one who invited me and I didn't invite her, and Sonjay, she can wait for me. Girl, bye.
You know what, with Ukeli, I just think she has amnesia.
No.
Amnesia.
Nah, she's crazy.
She's just crazy. Because honestly, how unclear or clear can you want to be if people don't want to be around you?
For her to say, no, let's talk about facts.
What facts you want?
People don't like you. If somebody leaves an event because of you, they don't like you. And it's okay for them not to like you. Then Maria, you came in guns blazing, and she's just like, no, there was a lot going on that day.
What was a lot going on?
Mansane, no man.
I think
this storyline, yes, and is getting boring.
They must find something else.
She's crazy, she's manic. There is a video doing the rounds of her being beaten up by her friend, or whatever the case
during
is.
the weekend in Durban.
She has a very sad YouTube page where she tried to be a journalist, and then she's reading Bible verses. She looks, I'm sorry to say, crusty as hell. Her makeup is not blended. Girl, like, pick a struggle. You were on what is it? Come Dine With Me, SA. Like, we know that you're desperate to be on some kind of show.
And then she says, I'll invite you guys for dinner.
Oh, please. Nobody's going to go to that dinner. It will be crickets. It honestly will be crickets.
I think Jojo likes her.
No,
Jojo likes spice.
Nah, Jojo doesn't like that girl. She just likes the fact that she brings trouble.
Yeah.
That's it. And while Sane is there, Jojo doesn't look like so much of a troublemaker. By the way, because Jojo blocked us, we were... she blocked us for telling the truth about her last season. But anyway, there's screenshots going around of her saying, well, I blocked her, meaning Annie, not us. Well, I blocked her, so why are you guys sending me screenshots? I block people for a reason. Well, girl, you're gonna be blocking everyone because people will tell you the truth about who you are.
Yep. I think this season we didn't see so much drama off camera as we are seeing this season, in terms of screenshots and people blocking each other, and I think most probably the girls at some point have reached a breaking point in some friendships. And they just cutting it off. They don't want to tolerate, they don't want to be there. So it gives you the question, who's going to be there next season, if there is a next season.
Yeah. Speaking of next season, guys, the Real Housewives of Joburg is actually coming back, and they've actually even wrapped filming. There are three new girls, and they said that they're going to start the season after the Real Housewives of Durban and Abuja, because they don't want it to compete. So we'll see what happens in Gauteng, in JHP. Maybe we'll be doing those reviews as well. Let us know if you guys want
and
us
see
to.
the spice of Durban and Joburg and compare.
Joburg was boring. I hope they bring new people.
Last season wasn't nice. Hopefully this season is going to be as hip and happening as Durban. Funny enough, I always expected Joburg to be like Durban, like to be more spicy.
I expected Joburg to be more fun, but it wasn't. But it was in 2020, I think.
It didn't work.
It wasn't. It really wasn't it. It really wasn't it.
So we jumped straight to Jojo and Slee.
I just think that meetup was
the apology.
It was unnecessary. There were no apologies. And did you see Jojo, how she got scared when Slee was just like, well,
I'll throw hands.
After a certain point, if you keep bugging me, I'm gonna throw hands.
It's because even last season, Jojo nearly got beaten. For the same outrage.
And by the way, your attorneys will come after the fact. After
somebody has thrown hands.
And I don't condone violence, but it's very difficult to deal with somebody who just provokes and provokes and provokes.
My friend. I feel like she puts somebody in the corner and then she wants you to react, and then when you don't react, she just pokes at you. And I feel like that meeting, I think Jojo knew that she was wrong. but she just didn't want to admit to Usli that she was wrong, because she wanted the meeting. She first said, I'm apologetic. Then all of a sudden she said, well, let's
agree to disagree.
Let's agree to disagree, and let's move on. And I still ask Calvin what he said.
Of course your husband
like, you cannot tell me, Uguti, that somebody would not have said something in the moment of a conversation when they were having, and it wasn't a harmful conversation. It was them just saying, hey, hi, how do you know that your husband didn't ask who she's married to?
Because the show is Real Housewives. So for me, it makes sense. He probably did ask. It's okay, whose wife are you? Because there are wives here. Maybe you are married to somebody I know. Yeah, she knows. She knows that Calvin doesn't ask people questions. I mean, what rubbish is that? What nonsense is that?
Anyway, we move straight in to Maria and Alex,
aka Monkey. That was a sweet moment.
I think as a mom, I don't feel like she had a real moment with her son. I think she's trying to say to her son, you are struggling with schoolwork. And you need to focus, or you need to do more. But I feel like in the moment she lost it by saying, we're more than mother and son, we are friends. So now let's negotiate if you can do your schoolwork or not.
I thought there was no substance to that conversation.
Because I
honestly felt like it was just for camera.
It was.
It was just to show us the different facets of Maria, which I don't blame her. Look, you're new and you're gonna find your feet. We got to see a lot of awkward moments with people. We got to see a lot of awkward moments with Nonko and her mom, which didn't make sense. Nonko and her dad, which didn't make sense because she was still new on the show, still finding her feet. So I don't even think that conversation was a real conversation. I don't think there was any substance to it. It was literally just a camera moment for her to show her different
side.
Yeah, the different hats she wears as a woman, and that's fine. It's okay.
Okay, so then we go straight to Sarusha and Slee. I like that relationship.
Me too.
I like really that I think Slee just makes Sarusha just a little bit more fearless, Sarusha comes out of his shell. She really tells Slee how she genuinely feels.
Yeah.
Slee, she genuinely tells Sarusha how she genuinely feels. I think with Sarusha this time, she's really got somebody who doesn't want to put her on a pedestal, but they're equals in terms of friendship.
Yeah.
They're not praising her, but she's found somebody that they can have a communication with.
Yeah, and I also feel like their relationship is gonna lead to there being separate sides. So we know that Sarusha's always been good with Jojo. We know that Sarusha's always been good with Jojo, but she was surprised to hear that Jojo said all of those things and addressed somebody in that way. And I was puzzled by that, because how come Sarusha has never seen that Jojo is actually rude? She is childish, she screams, she shouts, she's immature, and it's bothersome to me. But anyway, you're gonna see there might be sides that are formed, because you can't be on Jojo's side and Slee's side.
But I think last season Jojo was really on Sarusha's side, in terms of Jojo was still new, Sarusha they were flying in and out, and Sarusha was she was the queen.
I want to address this. So yeah, everybody keeps making reference to that. So Sarusha is whatever. I think that Sarusha might have picked up on it, and so she uses it to her advantage. I definitely think she knows that that's how people are treating her. Toby, they're running around after her.
Yeah.
All of the girls. But this just makes me feel so weird about people that praise people with money just because they have money. There's nothing alpha about Sarusha. No offense, Sarusha. I think that you obviously have built your businesses and all of that, and you're a wonderful entrepreneur. You've had a business for 10 years and all of those things. But there's a lot of people who really piggyback off people with money just because they have money. I'll give you guys an example. obviously there was the recent and very sad and untimely passing of AKA, and we got to see this. And I say untimely because he was young, not because it was like a mistake or something like that. So a real untimely, a thing of AKA. And then Simpiwe Gumede, if you know anything about the Gumedes, which I don't know if people live under a rock or something, or you guys just don't know what's going on in South Africa or whatever the case is, unless it's on social media. But the Gumedes have been around for decades, for ages, and everybody knows about the Gumedes. Like, at some point, when I was in varsity, there was a party, and they literally flew in Rick Ross, so for a private party. So if you don't know the Gumedes, okay, cool. How thirsty are women on social media?
They're looking at the guy, scrutinizing the guy, asking questions about the guy. Guys, come on.
Sim Dope was literally training, and I'm just like, I'm confused. First of all, did you guys not know that Sim Dope was a real person? Did you not listen to the lyrics? There was an interview of AKA like years and years and years ago. I was in varsity.
I think everybody didn't know that Some Dope was real.
Why?
Was real, or they didn't think the song was about somebody, and now they saw him at the thing, and then now everybody's like, oh my gosh, Some Dope, and then now they're realizing that this guy's actually filthy rich. And now the girls, I'm sure I'm inboxing off you.
But he's married. Like but the point I'm trying to make, and I'm using an example about Simpiwe, is Uguti. South African women, some of you are embarrassing, guys. Like, y'all are thirsty. Like, you guys are thirsty. And that's exactly what's happening with Surusha. She realized that, oh, okay, people follow money. So I'm going to pretend as if I don't know that people are putting me on this pedestal because of my husband's money and my influence and whatever. It's not like Usurusha is going out of her way to be the queen bee.
No,
she has not done anything. It's just that everybody, some people, even people with money, clearly in this point, or people we think have money, are still so thirsty that guys, come on, we're parched, hey? Like, the thirst is real. So I don't want people to feel like they're blaming Surusha for being this cliquey or the queen of the group. She never said she was the queen of the group.
She didn't. They feel like she's the queen of the group.
Yeah, she never said that.
And then we go straight to the Range Rover drive.
Oh, that was such a nice event. That was so cool.
It was just chilled, drinks, conversation, no drama, no fighting.
Well, almost no drama.
Besides Maria saying, oh, I have this car every day. But everybody else was just so happy.
There was no drama until there was. So everybody asking where Nonku was. Obviously Nonku wasn't there because it was Annie's event.
But you know what? I think it was a great thing that Nonku wasn't there, so we didn't have any drama. Usane wasn't there, so there's no drama. It was just a cool kudos day.
Yeah, and then obviously that then filtered. So the girls obviously had a conversation, which part of it was off camera. We didn't get to see. And then they get to fight. And I think Ujojo's doing this thing where she's intentionally twisting words. So Nonku and Jojo meet. And then Jojo can't help herself but to add more spices about how Slee was doing this, and the third. Slee, what she said was, as long as my friend is happy, I'm happy. And I don't think there was any shade in what she was trying to say. Like, no, Mfundo, you could date a guy today. First of all, I might not know the guy or anything about the guy, or even like him. I might not like him, but it's not for me to like him. And by the way, guys, the key to a good friendship is for you and your friends to have different taste in clothes and different taste in men. So obviously, your type is very different to my type, right? I like, guys with some muscle on them, young guys. Could never date an old guy, could never be me. And her type is different, like completely different, which is fine. So I can never say, oh, I like your man unless I know him. And as long as you're happy, girl, what's wrong with saying that?
No, I think it's just, does not like Usli, and whenever that comes out of Usli's mouth, she'll twist it. There's nothing wrong with what Usli said. She can say, yes, me and Nonku are not close, or yes, me and Nonku don't speak about her man, or whatever the case might be, but I'm happy for her. And as long as she's happy, I'm happy. I feel like that's just
I've
that.
said that countless times. So now I'm thinking, do people think I was being shady? Because I wasn't. It's genuinely true, you know. Something though is off. Why do people think Maria said this twice? He doesn't look like the Twitter swindler. Guys, please tell us what that's about. I'm so lost. Like,
do you guys know something that puts the guy in the categories of being
a Tinder swindler? I don't know. Or she was
just maybe they feel like they don't know him in the circle of money, like they're friends of money. They don't know the guy, so they feel like maybe he's a fraud.
Allegedly, please say allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
Because we don't know.
Sure, allegedly, guys. Yeah,
we don't know. But yeah, I feel like that meets up with the three girls. First with Jojo and Nunku with the wine tasting, and then them meeting up. First of all, it was ganging up.
Yeah,
it was. And secondly, I love how you handle situations, because as much as you told Nonku to her face was, yes, we are fighting now because I don't agree what this is, what you guys said. Yes, you said it with some poise, some grace, calmly, and you got up and left, and that's how you should do it. It shouldn't be
a Jojo fight.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like Jojo. Don't take it to Jojo's level. You rose above, and that was great. And if you don't want to be friends with Nonku ever again,
you don't have to be.
It is what it is. Hey,
it is what it is.
But just so you know,
I think Jojo is just trying so hard to hold on to her friendship with Nonku that she's just poisoning everything around Nonku that could possibly.
Wait. Other than the fights that she gets herself involved in, what is Jojo doing? I know it's episode 4, but what is her storyline this season?
There isn't any. Besides her including herself in Durban, she doesn't have a storyline as yet.
As yet, we don't know what's going on with her life. But we do get to see a little bit of what was going on in Mbali's life with her man and wanting to have another baby, which for me, having a baby at this stage of my life, just to know, I cannot imagine it.
Menaje guys, learning count out.
Mark me absent with a baby, hey?
Right.
I just, but of course for her, she wants another kid, and her husband is being so supportive. I like how mellow they are.
Yeah.
Like, that might not be entertaining or good for reality TV, but I like that. I like their relationship.
But I just don't like what she said.
What?
But to get hey.
About
when she said sometimes sometimes there's no money, and then I worry and I just feel like it's just, maybe it was not the right. Nobody wants to starve. I also don't want to starve, but I'm just saying, like, maybe it's not the right circle.
Yes, maybe not the right
to have that conversation. Yes, you can be realistic and say, I'm worried about my boyfriend's or husband's career. That's okay, but I feel like there's and there are certain people that you can have that intimate conversation with.
I agree with
you. She just told the whole of SA that she's worried about her man's finances, which I think was...
He's a fine artist, and he's in South Africa. I get it. There could be a little bit of struggle there. But also I agree with her in a sense that, guys, as much as I wouldn't date for money, I work hard to afford a certain lifestyle, and I can't go back. Yeah. So if a guy can't meet me at my standard or better, it's a no for me. I'm sorry. I'm at a certain age where I just can't compromise with that. And previously when I was in varsity,
I would pop the builder, my friend.
I can't be Bob and Builder to kids, then Bob the Builder to a man. I can't do that. Like, I'm not there. There's a level of growing together, obviously, that you're gonna need to do with your man. But at this stage in my life, it's a no from me. I'm not Bob the Builder, and I'm not Captain Save. I can't.
No.
I'm sorry. If I wanna go on a weekend away this weekend or next weekend, my man should be able to do that with me. If I wanna do something, if you wanna go somewhere, I should be able to do that, and I'm not gonna be apologetic about it.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you.
I just feel like the way she said it, or maybe editing or whatever, or it didn't land well. Yes, it didn't land well. guys, drama this season angazi
every week, yeah, it's just building,
escalating and escalating and escalating.
But that's why it's fun.
Let's hear what Annie has to say about people talking about her and her man. But yeah, guys, I hope you're enjoying the season. And yeah,
and you're watching, and you're following, and you're subscribing.
Subscribe, guys, please.
And you're following our page even on Instagram. It still exists, it's still there.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of new followers as well. Yeah,
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. We will see you next week. Please watch, let us know what you think, and we'll be here next week to chop it up with you guys. And let's make this interactive by you giving us your comments as well. We're friends. Our comments might be similar because we are friends, but let us know what you views. Think. Yes,
let us know what you think.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Let us know where the Twitter swindler thing came from.
Yes, please.
So we also informed.
Dying to know.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
anyway, guys, see you next week.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Cheers.